Hey there, my name is Dov DeKeyser, and this is another Pic It Perfect tutorial. In this lesson, I'm going to be talking about the import process, or the basic import process within Lightroom. And it's going to be the beginning of a series on the library module in which I'll be explaining all the advanced options to organize and arrange and catalog all your images. I just want to go ahead and start out with the import process because you can't really do anything within Lightroom unless you started importing some images into your catalog. About what a catalog is, I'll be explaining that in a future lesson, don't worry. So why don't we just get started? So I'm in the library module, as you can see up here, and if you're in any one of the modules, just click on the library over here. And then I'm going to hit import right down here, and we're going to go into this import window. If you notice, it's kind of split into three parts. And we have this top thing with the arrows, and we have please select the source. And we also have select the source over here. And then we see that we have source written down right over here. Now, this left side, this is the side for the source. It's where we choose the images that we want to import. This top side right over here in the middle, this is how we're importing our images, what we're doing to those images, or how are we moving them? Are we just adding them into our catalog? Are we copying them? That's what this side is for. And then the right side is what is all the extra things that we're doing to the images, how we're cataloging them, how we're building our previews, and if we are moving them or copying them, where are we moving them to? So let's just get started. Now I could select the source just by clicking up here and then kind of clicking other source and then navigating to the folder that I want, or I can go down over here with this drop down menu on this triangle and then select the drive that I want, which is right over here. It's Dov, it's my external hard drive. It's also my name, whoa. And I'm gonna click on random portraits because that is the folder that I want. And there we go. Now we see all these images that popped up. Great. But say I wanted to import all my portraits. We have this folder right over here, portraits. Now, if you notice, I have include subfolders checked. If I didn't have it checked, I'd click on this larger file and Lightroom wouldn't let me import it. Now, just to explain what we have over here is I have a folder within my hard drive. See, I have my hard drive over here, and then the next folder inside that is photos. And then inside photos, I have portraits. And then inside the folder called portraits, I have portraits 2013, portraits 2014, and random portraits. And say if I wanted to import all my portraits from that hard drive, I couldn't unless I click include subfolders, and then it allows me to include all the subfolders and any folders within a folder. But I really only want to import random portraits right now, so I'm going to click on that. Now the next options that we have right over here is copy as DNG, copy, move, and add. Now copy as DNG is pretty much the same as copy, except that it turns the image into a DNG, which is another form of raw file, and I'll be explaining that in a future lesson. But for right now, let's just stick to copy. Now what copy will do is it will take my image and it will the images or the folder or the single image, and I could either unclick all photos and just choose to import one or two of them, or I could check all the photos. Here we go. I could check all of them and import them all. All right, great. So what I'm doing is I'm copying all these photos to a new location, and from that location I'll be importing them into the Lightroom catalog. But that means that I'm going to keep it both on my hard drive and in a new location that I'll decide. Move, on the other hand, would move the folders from my external hard drive to a new location and then import these images into the Lightroom catalog from there. And they would not stay at the previous location. The last one is add, and with this option, I'd just be adding the images to my Lightroom catalog. I would not be moving them in any way. Now, the next part is where these images are going. So if I clicked on copy, and now I'm supposed to be copying these images to a new location, I have to tell Lightroom where I'm copying them to. So I click over here and I click on other destination, and let's just for right now put them in my desktop and say random photos import lesson. All right, we'll call it that. Great. And I'll choose, And now if you see over here, this is where it's going to be copying my images to. And then the last thing that I want to show you before the next lessons, that I'll be getting a little bit more into depth into this process, and I'll be explaining all these drop-down menus, is this last one. Don't import suspected duplicates. And this is really neat. Lightroom uses, not only does it use the name of the image, but it uses all sorts of cool metadata information to decide if you've already imported this into your catalog. And if you have, it won't let you import it. And I'm going to kind of navigate to a folder that I've already imported to show you what that kind of looks like. So if you look over here, you see how these images are all grayed out. And that's because I've already imported this folder in all these photos into my catalog. So I'm going to click back right over here at the folder that I want to import, and then I'm going to click on import, and now Lightroom, is importing all these images into the catalog. So that's it for this week. Next week I'll be getting a little bit more into depth into some of the options that we have available in the import process to help us catalog and arrange our images after we've imported them, and to help us build the right previews and stuff like that. All right, so that's it. I hope you enjoyed the lesson. Please subscribe to Pic It Perfect. You can check us out on Facebook, and I'll see you next week.